Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone for several developmental projects in Rajasthan and Haryana. Centre clears capital acquisition proposals worth over 84,000 crore rupees for armed forces and Indian Coast Guard. Government to hold next round of meeting with agitating farm leaders on Sunday. Survey report on Maratha reservation handed over to Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. Special Assembly session called on 20th of this month. Reserve Bank of India extends deadline for Paytm Payments Bank services till March 15th. And in cricket, off-spinner Ravichandran Ashwin joins elite 500 Test-wicket Club, becomes second Indian to do so. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today virtually inaugurated and laid the foundation stone of multiple development projects worth over 17,000 crore rupees in Rajasthan under Viksit Bharat Viksit Rajasthan program. The projects inaugurated in Rajasthan are spread across multiple sectors including road, railways, solar energy, power transmission, drinking water and petroleum and natural gas. Addressing the program, the Prime Minister said the double-engine government of Rajasthan has started working rapidly. He said the projects whose foundation stone was laid and inaugurated today will provide employment to thousands of youth of the state.
विकसित भारत के लिए विकसित राजस्थान का निर्माण बहुत जरूरी है और विकसित राजस्थान के लिए रेल, रोड, बिजली, पानी जैसी महत्वपूर्ण सुविधाओं का तेज विकास होना जरूरी है। जब ये सुविधाएं बनेगी तब किसान, पशुपालक को लाभ होगा, राजस्थान में उद्योग आएंगे, फैक्ट्रियां लगेगी, पर्यटन बढ़ेगा, अधिक निवेश आएगा, तो स्वाभाविक है ज्यादा से ज्यादा नौकरियां भी आएगी।
The Prime Minister added that the rail and road network will not only facilitate connectivity within Rajasthan but will also strengthen connectivity with its neighbouring states. Referring to the UPA tenure, the Prime Minister said there was an atmosphere of despair in the country 10 years ago, but now the country is dreaming big and taking big resolutions. He said developed India is not just a word, but it is a campaign to enrich the life of every family. The program was organised at 200 places across Rajasthan. Later in the day, Prime Minister Modi also laid the foundation stone of several developmental projects worth more than 9,700 crore rupees at Rewari in Haryana. These projects are spread across multiple sectors like urban transport, health, rail and tourism. During the program, the Prime Minister highlighted the achievements of the present government and said India reached new heights during the last 10 years. He said the country has become the fifth largest economy in the world. The Prime Minister said the government has laid emphasis on developmental projects in the last 10 years. He added that 15 AIIMS were sanctioned and 300 new medical colleges were set up in the country. He said the government has implemented one rank, one pension and released over 1 lakh crore rupees to ex-servicemen.
पूर्व सैनिकों को वन रैंक वन पेंशन लागू करने की गारंटी दी थी। रेवाड़ी की वीर धरा से लिया गया वो संकल्प मैंने आपके आशीर्वाद से पूरा किया। अभी तक ओआरओपी के तहत पूर्व सैनिकों को करीब करीब 1 लाख करोड़ रुपए मिल चुके हैं।
The Prime Minister laid the foundation stone of All India Institute of Medical Sciences AIIMS at Rewari. The Prime Minister also dedicated a new railway line and flagged off new train services between Rohtak, Maham, Hasi at Rewari. Another project is the Gurugram Metro Rail project, which will be built at a cost of around 5,450 crore rupees. Prime Minister Modi also inaugurated the newly built Anubhav Kendra Jyotisar in Kurukshetra. The next round of talks between the government and the protesting farm leaders will take place on Sunday. Speaking to media, Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur said the discussions so far have been very productive.
किसान संगठनों से वार्ता बहुत अच्छी हुई और अगली वार्ता का समय भी रविवार का तय हुआ है। मुझे पूर्ण विश्वास है रविवार को भी अच्छे वातावरण में बातचीत होगी और मुद्दों के हल के लिए हम आगे बढ़ेंगे। जहां तक केंद्र ने क्या किया, कुछ विपक्षी दल सवाल उठा रहे हैं। मैं इतना ही कहूंगा, खाद, पानी, एमएसपी पर खरीद या फिर बैंकों से ऋण से लेके मुआवजे तक, इन सभी पहलुओं पर जो मोदी सरकार ने किया है वो आज तक किसी सरकार ने नहीं किया।
The third round of talks between the central government and the leaders of the protesting farm leaders ended in the wee hours today. The talks lasted for 5 hours approximately. Union Minister Arjun Munda said the discussion with farmers was held in a positive atmosphere. The union government has set up 6 new fertilizer plants in the last 6 years to achieve self-reliance in the production of fertilizers. In an exclusive conversation with Akashvani News, Additional Secretary, Department of Fertilizers, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Anita Meshram said these units are producing 12 lakh metric ton urea per year and one more production unit is under consideration.
We have been able to establish 6 new urea plants in the country, and each plant produces more than 12 lakh metric ton of urea per year, and it is a big achievement and it has led to reduction in the imports. They have really helped us in achieving the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Tune in to 100.1 Akashvani Gold at 9:30 tonight to listen to this exclusive discussion. The Defence Acquisition Council DAC has cleared capital acquisition proposals worth 84,560 crore rupees to boost the capabilities of the armed forces and the Indian Coast Guard. The meeting was held under the chairmanship of the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today. The proposals include new generation anti-tank mines, air defence tactical control radar, heavyweight torpedoes, medium-range maritime reconnaissance and flight refueler aircraft. In a social media post, the Defence Minister said the amendments in Defence Acquisition Procedure 2020 were also cleared to promote procurement of advanced technologies from startups and MSMEs. He added that these steps will provide the much-needed incentive to the startups and MSMEs and promote ease of doing business in the country. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, today extended the deadline for Paytm Payments Bank services to March the 15th from the previous February 29th. The Apex Bank said that the decision was taken keeping in mind the larger public interest, including the merchants. It clarified that the customers can make deposits, credit transactions, prepaid services, wallets, FASTags, National Common Mobility Cards till March the 15th, 2024. According to RBI, no further deposits or credit transactions or top-ups shall be allowed in any customer accounts after March 15th, 2024. The Maharashtra State Backward Class Commission today submitted a report on its survey on the social, economic and educational backwardness of the Maratha community. Chairman of the State Commission for Backward Classes, retired Justice Sunil Shukre, today handed over the report of the survey conducted across the state to check the backwardness of the Maratha community to Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. Members of the commission, along with the Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, were present on the occasion. A report.
The Maharashtra Chief Minister's office said that the report will enable the government to introduce a law ensuring reservation for the Maratha community with the backing of necessary data. He said that the government has also announced a special session on February 20 to discuss the community's demands for quota in education and government jobs. CM Shinde has stressed that Marathas will be given reservation without disturbing the existing quota of other communities. He urged the Maratha activist Manoj Jarange Patil to end his fast, asserting that the state government is positive about giving reservation to the community. Nivedita, Akashvani News, Mumbai.
The Law Commission of India today submitted a report recommending that all marriages between non-resident Indians and overseas citizens of India and Indian citizens should be compulsorily registered in India. The 22nd Law Commission submitted its report titled Law on Matrimonial Issues Relating to Non-Resident Indians and Overseas Citizens of India to the government yesterday. It had received a reference on the Registration of Marriage of Non-Resident Indians Bill 2019 from the Ministry of External Affairs for examination. The Commission opined that the proposed central legislation should be comprehensive enough to cater to all facets involving marriages of NRIs as well as foreign citizens of Indian origin with that of Indian citizens. The Commission has recommended that the central legislation should also include provisions on divorce, maintenance of spouse, custody and maintenance of children, serving of summons, warrants or judicial documents on the NRIs or OCIs. The Income Tax Appellate Tribunal has unfrozen the bank accounts of the Congress Party. The party's bank accounts were frozen by the IT department earlier. Congress leader Vivek Tankha, who appeared before the tribunal, said the party was now allowed to operate its bank accounts. He said the appellate tribunal will now hear the matter next Wednesday. Earlier, in a social media post, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge had accused the NDA government of freezing the party's accounts just before the Lok Sabha elections. He had termed it as a deep blow to democracy. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal today moved a motion of confidence in the ongoing budget session of the Delhi Assembly. The discussion over the confidence motion will be held tomorrow. The session began on the 15th of this month with the address of Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena. 7 BJP MLAs, barring Leader of Opposition Ramveer Singh Bidhuri, have been suspended from the Delhi Assembly for the remainder of the budget session. Directorate General of Civil Aviation DGCA has issued a show-cause notice to Air India for not complying with the Aircraft Rules 1937 after the unfortunate Mumbai airport incident where a passenger collapsed due to wheelchair shortage. In its notice, DGCA has asked Air India to reply within 7 days. In cricket, Indian off-spinner Ravichandran Ashwin claimed his 500th Test wicket in the first innings of the third Test match against England at the Niranjan Shah Stadium in Rajkot today. The 37-year-old achieved this monumental feat in his 98th Test match. Ashwin dismissed Zach Crawley in the final session of the second day to join Anil Kumble as the second Indian and fifth overall to take 500 wickets in Test history. Meanwhile, England were 207 for 2 at stumps in their first innings. Opener Ben Duckett was batting on 133 and his teammate Joe Root was not out at 9. Earlier, India posted a total of 445 runs in their first innings, helped by centuries from skipper Rohit Sharma and Ravindra Jadeja. In the Bengaluru Open tennis tournament, Hong Seong-chan of South Korea defeated India's Ramkumar Ramanathan 7-5, 5-7, 6-4 at the quarterfinals in Bengaluru today. Yesterday, Ramkumar Ramanathan ousted the top-seeded Luca Nardi of Italy 1-6, 6-4, 6-4 and entered the quarterfinals round. Meanwhile, India's Sumit Nagal is facing fifth-seeded Adam Walton of Australia at the same venue. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone for several developmental projects in Rajasthan and Haryana. Centre clears capital acquisition proposals worth over 84,000 crore rupees for armed forces and Indian Coast Guard. Government to hold next round of meeting with agitating farm leaders on Sunday. Survey report on Maratha reservation handed over to Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. Special Assembly session called on the 20th of this month. Reserve Bank of India extends deadline for Paytm Payments Bank services till March the 15th. And in cricket, off-spinner Ravichandran Ashwin joins the elite 500 Test-wicket Club, becomes second Indian to do so. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.
Hall. अरे ये